Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for coming today. Here to introduce our newest draft pick, Donovan Clingan. Obviously very excited, and we'll talk a lot about it. Would also like to welcome his family, his dad, Bill, his grandmother, Debbie, sister, Olivia, girlfriend, Maddie. Great to have you a part of this organization. I talked to you all a couple days ago, so I'm going to give this to Chauncey, but just to reiterate, love the fact that Donovan's here and can't wait to get started.
Yeah, I'm obviously really excited to have Donovan, to have drafted him. Obviously, I think all of y'all know how I feel about defense, and being a competitor, and he's both of those things. I love the fact that he's been coached really hard, obviously, with Coach Hurley, but more than anything, he's been coached well, though, and he's a winner. He's just a winner. He got a winning spirit. He got winning habits. Obviously, his record is just he just wins. Back-to-back national champion, 2 in a row before he got there in high school. Just a winner, and that's what I believe in. That's what I'm all about. And I'm really excited to coach him and to try to teach him just the ropes in the NBA. The NBA is a different game. But at the end of the day, it's all about basketball and being a good teammate and being willing to sacrifice for the betterment of the team. So I'm just really happy and excited about it. I thought we had a great day when we was able to get him.
Yeah, first off, I just want to say thank you to everyone. Welcoming me into Portland. It's been great. First day here. All the fans have, supported me to the max, and I can't be more grateful, for that. I've had a great past 2 years in college. Won back-to-back titles, which was something that changed my life forever. I'm really excited to get to Portland, get to work, learn more every day, get better every day, and compete for championships.
What's the best defensive advice you've been given throughout your career that's kind of stuck, and who gave it to you?
Really just stay in front of the ball, moving your feet as fast as you can, and really just trying to be, as physical and wall up as best you can in the paint. Really the beginning of my sophomore season, struggling to stay on the floor and foul trouble at times. Coach really helped me just realize, walling up, be physical, and just stay vertical and protect the rim at a high level, and that's something that really stuck with me this year.
And can you describe what attracts you to playing defense?
Something my mom always told me was, defense wins ball games, offense sells tickets. So, you gotta play great defense in order to win games, and I want to win games. So, I'll take a block off the backboard over a dunk any day of the week.
Hey, Donovan, welcome. People talk obviously about your winning experience and the fact that you have won at a high level, or the highest level you've been to, at least at this point. What do you think actually translates? What qualities do you think that your experience, hoisting those trophies, will you bring to the NBA? How does that help you at this level?
Just playing against the best every single night and being able to show up and play your best every day. Throughout the tournament, especially these past 2 years, we didn't have an easy game. We had to play our best every single day. We were playing against the best of the best, and for myself in particular, just showed up ready to play, ready to work every day. And in the tournament, you never took the foot off the gas. And when you come to the NBA, that's how it's going to be every single night, because you're playing against the best of the best, to ever touch the basketball floor. So every day you have to bring your all. And I've played against the top of the top competition in practice. My freshman year against Adama, he prepared me for everything that I experienced in college. And then, really this year, just the matchups that I had in the post were something that got me ready.
Donovan, when did you first realize that the NBA was a real possibility for you?
I think my freshman year when I got into UConn, after battling with Adama for a couple months and, starting to get a hang of, how college ball was, and realizing that I could hold my own on the floor and was, able to compete against Adama. And when the game started, my freshman year, just how I saw myself, having an impact early in the season. And, as the season went on, coming into my sophomore year, I knew I had a chance to do something special.
Donovan, you've obviously, the last several years, both, in high school and in college, you've done a lot of winning kind of at the highest level at those levels. And you're kind of coming into a situation now where they're, at the beginning stages of a rebuild, and it's kind of more about building and developing. Is that going to be an adjustment for you, or are you kind of ready to come in and kind of be more about building something than, at least early on?
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I really want to put the work in. I want to, learn every day to, help this organization build from the bottom to the top. And, it's a lot of hard work. It's not going to be easy. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to do whatever, it takes for this team to win. And, I just want to learn, whatever I have to do to help this team win, whether that's offensively, defensively, just as a teammate, in the locker room, whatever it is, I'm going to give my all every single day.
Donovan, a couple of days ago, you talked about wanting to be the most coachable player. Just what are some of the questions that you're, coming into the NBA with? What are you trying to answer in your first year, whether it's about the league or opening up your game? What questions do you have?
I feel like, first year is really just coming in and trying to have an impact any way I possibly can, whether it's on the defensive end, protecting the rim at a high level, being impactful in the ball screen game, and offensively, being able to knock down the three ball, space the floor with my playmaking, my passing abilities, and, setting great screens to get my guards open, great off-ball screens to get, shooters open. Really, I'm a team player. I'm a guy that, if the coach tells me, something to do, I'm going to do it no matter what it entails.
Coach, does his skill set change the way that you will approach defense?
Not really, Jason. We played pretty much in a drop most of the time last year. And obviously he'll be elite at that, just protecting the paint, protecting the rim. He'll spend a lot of his time with that red paint under his feet in our defense, but we also played a little zone. We switched a lot of things. So I don't think that it changes much other than how effective we are, It was our rim defense, was a problem for us last year. We struggled there. And so I love what we did. We went out and got the best in the draft at protecting the rim. And so I don't think it changes that much. I think that most teams will reconsider attacking our paint. That changes it, So again, I'm really excited about that.
Donovan, you'll most likely be backing up DeAndre this year. Is there anything from his game in particular that you really want to learn from him and pick up?
Yeah, he has a lot of experience. He's a very, very well-rounded big that could do a lot of different things. I feel like I really enjoy the way, he plays in the ball screen game offensively, how quick he is in, getting off the ball screen for lobs, out of the short roll, that mid-range, knockdown jumper he's always hitting. I feel like it's something that, I want to take to the next level, working off that short roll, finding cutters, finding, shooters, lifting, drifting, really just being able to play make out of the short roll.
Joe, oftentimes when you have an established veteran like DeAndre and you draft a young guy at his position, it can create some angst. Have you dealt with that with DeAndre? Have you kind of approached him or tried to talk to him and communicate your vision, and what was that?
Sure. DeAndre and I spoke the morning after the draft. He's overseas playing with the Bahamas national team. So we talked that morning, and DeAndre was incredibly excited. A great thing about DeAndre is he loves his teammates. He wants to win. He wants to learn from guys. He wants to teach guys. He's been really good. Last year, he was really good with all of our young guys. And he saw us get another high-level player like Donovan, and he was excited. He's like, okay, where can we take this? How can he help me? How can I help him? What can we do together? Like, his attitude was great about the whole situation.
Donovan, your experience at UConn with Coach Hurley, you guys operated in an offense that was more sophisticated than I think most college offenses, particularly on the decision-making side of things. So you have an opportunity kind of coming into the league as a big man. That's usually a kind of a sliding scale to figure stuff out. Do you think that it gives you kind of a leg up, at least getting your foot in and trying to figure how things out, working on the short roll, working on high posts, those kind of opportunities?
Yeah. Coach, the way our offense was ran at UConn was wild. Just how many different sets, how many different actions out of each set. But just the way that, Coach Hurley introduced the offense to me and the whole team and the way he taught it to us, I feel like he made me, understand basketball offensively, in a whole nother perspective. I feel like, at times I could see things before they even happen. I just read the defender, read, my teammate on offense. So I feel like, the way our offense was ran and the positions that Coach Hurley put me in have prepared me to, definitely be ready for, the offensive scheme of the NBA.
Chauncey, the theme of your tenure so far has really been turnover with the roster, and something you've talked about many times. I know it's still kind of early in the offseason, but with what you guys did this week in bringing in Donovan and other unspoken moves, do you feel like you're seeing that foundation and kind of can you see some continuity going forward, and how does that sort of affect your outlook for where this organization and roster are?
Yeah, I'm super excited about where we are. When you're trying to rebuild and trying to do it the right way, you first have to do that with really young, talented players, and by anybody's account, we've done that. We've done that in a major way. And you look at just how brutal this Western Conference is. I just know that we're doing it right. We really are. We're doing it right. We're collecting a lot of good young talent that we know are going to be special players in this league. And when they all make the jump, then we're going to take off. So I'm very happy with where we're at. I'm very happy with what Joe and the front office, they're working their butts off, and you can see it. The proof is right here. It's in the pudding. So I'm happy where we're at. I'm happy with the guys that I have the pleasure of coaching, and I love it. I really do. I love it. I'm happy that our fans are happy, about Donovan, and excited about our youngins, getting Shaden back healthy and school. I'm really happy about that, So our young pups they're gonna be starting to grow up soon. So I'm happy with all of those things, Bill.
Hey, Coach, I know you just drafted Donovan, so you probably don't have everything put together, but do you kind of have like a mental timeline of when Donovan will be more ready to take on more and get more PT on the court with the team?
Well, I'm confident that he's ready to take on whatever I give him right now. I think there's some things about his game that are really underrated, that will translate to the NBA. I think his passing is really underrated. The positions that Coach Hurley put him in, and just watching their games offensively and defensively gives me so much confidence to know that he's ready for those things. His shooting, which is something that he didn't do very much at UConn. I know y'all heard him say he's ready to be a knockdown three-point shooter, but I'm pretty sure y'all have never seen that. We seen it when we worked him out, and it really surprised me because I hadn't seen it either. But he gave me one of the best answers that a kid gave me. I asked him that when I was interviewing him, and I just said, well, you're such a great shooter, why didn't you shoot more? And he said, I just wanted to do what coach needed me to do to win. And to me, that's just a winner, so however many minutes, I play him, I'm confident that he's gonna be ready to do it. And you guys know that I'm willing to try things, There are several teams that play really big in this league. Cleveland with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, and obviously Denver, Aaron Gordon is pretty much a big, and Memphis now with Edie and Jaren. There's a lot of teams that play really big, so y'all know I'm willing to try things, and have him and DA out there on the floor together. So we'll see. It's going to be a lot of fun. The versatility that we'll have, the size now that we'll have. I know I spent a lot of time talking to you guys about, how much smaller we are than most teams, and giving up that disadvantage most nights. Well, I know me as a player, when I played, I felt so good being aggressive guarding the basketball when I know if I made a mistake, that big fella was going to be back there helping me, that Ben Wallace and Kenyon Martin and Rasheed Wallace. I could be really aggressive knowing that I got that guy to help me and clean up my mistakes. Well, that's a lot of things that you're going to see, from us. So just so many things offensively and defensively that I'm excited about.
Where do you see yourself offensively in a few years? What's that going to look like? I feel like someone who could do, many different things. Consistently knock down, the three ball. Someone that is kind of leading the offense, just being able to see everything from the top of the key, from beyond the three-point line, just being able to play make, being able to find the open cutters, being very efficient out of that short roll game, with making moves to the rim, finishing around the rim, finding the cutters, being able to ball handle even better, as time goes on. And I just really want to get better every single day, learn more every day, and just continue to develop my game the right way.
Donovan, are there any players or a player that you're most excited to match up against, and why?
I really don't have a single player. I'm just really excited to, battle against the best. When you try to prove yourself as, being one of the best, in the sport, you have to go up against the best. So, I want to be able to go out there and compete against the best and, just try to help my team win. That's all. At the end of the day, that's the only thing that means anything to me is winning. It's not the points, it's not the rebounds. It's, if my team won and your team lost.